Chosen ones. What you are about to hear is not merely a message, it is a wake-up call. It may leave you unsettled, even shaken, but that very feeling is the sign. Something within you is stirring, as if your soul just heard an alarm bell ringing. And this is no accident. You are not imagining things, you are not lost. You are beginning to see a part of the truth that much of the world has deliberately ignored. Not everyone is given access to this message. Only those who are ready, or already walking the path of awakening, will receive it. This is why we ask you to amplify it to those prepared to hear. Click subscribe. We are on a sacred mission to reach 10,000 souls. And type 999 in the comments. It is not just a number, it is a prophetic signal to the universe that you are awakening, alert and aligned. Now listen closely, because what God is about to reveal will shake your very soul. The truth is not just shocking, it is spiritual warfare. But if you are among the few willing to face it, you will feel every word awakening something primal within you. This is not mere data, not empty information, it is illumination. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The world as you once knew it will no longer exist, and you will begin to question everything you ever believed. We are living in a pivotal moment, a crossroads where each choice will create ripples with far-reaching consequences. The institutions, the ones you thought were on your side, are not always what they seem. Behind the curtain, darkness moves. It is not the loud, chaotic kind of nightmare, but a sweet, calculated deception, a dream wrapped in false promises and counterfeit hope. And that is why this warning must be heard, not to spread fear, but to prepare you. This is the moment to open your eyes, open your heart, and look deeper into the true nature of the world around you. What you see every day, on screens, in the words of those in power, is not always the truth. You are not as powerless or fragile as they want you to believe. On the contrary, you are being prepared for a greater role, a deeper purpose your soul has known all along. Those who have hidden behind masks of manipulation will not be able to conceal themselves forever. A wave of change is approaching, but it demands courage from you. Courage to question what you once accepted as obvious. Courage to strip away the false sense of safety and step into a higher awareness. This is not rebellion. It is a return to the original truth. A call from the Most High, inviting you to reclaim the clarity, purpose, and power that has always been yours. Throughout the ages, humanity has been misled by systems built on fear and control. Today, that form of control has become more sophisticated than ever. Figures parading as holy, organizations cloaked in morality, many of them do not represent the sacred, but rather self-interest and domination. They twist sacred values, turning them into chains instead of instruments of freedom. At the same time, forces operating behind the global economy and politics silently manipulate from the shadows. They have constructed a system where truth becomes dangerous and lies are treated as the standard. They operate through concealment and division, using information as a weapon to shape the collective mind. This alliance between false spirituality and worldly power is no accident. It is the result of a calculated strategy designed to hide truth and suppress humanity. Yet cracks have begun to appear. Revelations are spreading, awakening is rising. The question now is not how the world will change, but whether you have the courage to face the truth. This is not random chaos. It is the outcome of a long-laid plan designed to keep people in a state of fear and easy control. When the human mind is worn down by anxiety and uncertainty, it becomes more vulnerable than ever to manipulation. That is the very tool these forces exploit, from politics to media, from global corporations to invisible interest groups. They stir up crises to strengthen their grip, sow confusion to consolidate power. Yet amid this calculated chaos, a wave of awakening is emerging. More and more people are beginning to question what was once considered obvious, to challenge the narratives they once accepted as truth. And while the scale of it all may make some feel small and powerless, the truth is that every great transformation in history began with those who dared to rise when the majority remained silent. The power to see clearly is not somewhere out there. It lies within you. This is not the time to wait for someone else to speak up. This is the time to realize that clarity itself is an act of courage. When you learn to think for yourself, to question, to refuse to accept something merely because they said so, you step into the role of a pioneer. Not because you are special, but because you are willing to shoulder the responsibility so many others avoid. Those who can see through deception are not merely observers, they are pathfinders. This role is not easy because it demands that you endure isolation, misunderstanding, even opposition. Yet truth has always required protectors, and when you rise, you do more than change your own life. You open a path for others to follow. We stand at a critical threshold. Power structures, once thought untouchable, are beginning to shake. Secrets, once tightly guarded, are slowly being exposed. Every choice now carries more weight than ever before. You cannot remain idle. Every moment you turn away from the truth is another step deeper into the web of control. While the masses remain asleep, the cracks in the foundation of this world widen. But the moment you choose to confront reality, personal power begins to awaken. Awakening is not merely opening your eyes to what has been hidden. It is the commitment to act, to rise, and to become part of the collective healing. The heaviness you feel, the inner stirring you cannot ignore, this is no accident. It is a sacred signal, a reminder that you have a vital role to play in this pivotal moment of history. Those who dare to awaken will become the architects of the future. The question is not whether you can see the truth, but how far you are willing to live by it. Hesitation is no longer an option. You are not only liberating yourself, you are igniting a ripple that will reach across the world. Amid the turbulence, 3 invisible yet powerful gifts are being prepared for those willing to walk the path of awakening. The first is clarity beyond illusion, a piercing inner light enabling you to cut through the fog of propaganda and navigate life's most defining choices. The second is a profound understanding of the sacred role you were born to fulfill, a sense of divine purpose that keeps you steady when waves of change rise around you. The third is spiritual strength and guidance from a higher source. Not the strength of muscle, but the resilience, courage, and unwavering faith to endure the trials ahead. These gifts will become your armor as the truth begins to shatter layers of deception. Behind the curtain, forces have long manipulated the course of history, politically, financially, and spiritually. But every secret has its appointed time of exposure. The truth is breaking free from the grip of silence, and it is awakening millions at once. This is a clear sign that humanity still carries hope. Across the planet, regardless of language, culture, or faith, people are drawing closer together like never before. A wave of profound connection is rising, where knowledge, intuition, and mutual support flow freely and with inspiration. This is not a fleeting trend. It is the unmistakable expression of a spiritual transformation unfolding on a global scale. It is weaving together a living network of awakened souls, those who sense that the time has come to rewrite humanity's story upon a foundation of healing, integrity, and lasting peace. Yet the road ahead will not be smooth. Sweeping changes will test your faith, your strength, and your vision. That is why preparation becomes essential. Not just external preparation, but inner readiness. It begins with cultivating stillness in your spirit through meditation, reflection, or sacred moments of inner connection. you must build a foundation rooted in truth and surround yourself with people who share the same values. In a world of constant upheaval, stability does not come from the outside, it comes from within. Flexibility and adaptability are essential, not merely to survive, but to evolve. Above all, you must maintain a deep connection with the sacred source within you, the anchor that will hold when everything else shakes. That connection will be the flame guiding you through the darkness. As you learn to channel this sacred power, you will see it flow into every part of your life, your relationships, your work, and the way you influence the world for good. This is not about domination, it is about service. Using your energy to lift others, to build a new reality. That is the truest form of power, the power of compassion, integrity, and wisdom. A new world is taking shape, not from the old systems of control, but through people like you, people who dare to live authentically, love deeply, and act boldly for a purpose greater than themselves. The blessings that are coming are not only in the form of material gain or visible good fortune. They arrive as peace in the midst of turmoil, clarity in the midst of chaos, and pure joy in the midst of deep loss. This is how the universe, or the divine, responds to your faithfulness, your patience, and your commitment to the path of truth. Nothing you have endured has been meaningless. Every time you chose to stand on the side of truth, you planted a seed that will blossom into rewards far beyond what you expected. Yet these rewards are not given to you just to be kept. They are tools, resources for you to carry out your mission with greater depth and impact. You receive not only to hold, but to give. In the flow of giving and receiving, you are called to become a bridge, to spread light into places still covered in darkness, to strengthen those who are weary, and to inspire genuine transformation. When you use your blessings to serve, your influence extends far beyond yourself, reaching lives you may never even meet. The affirmation from the divine that you are seen, you are loved, and your mission matters becomes an unshakable source of strength. It keeps you grounded when everything around you is shifting. And through this journey, a deeper form of abundance begins to pour in, not just wealth in the form of money, but wholeness, where spirit, soul, and circumstances align in harmony. When you live true to values like honesty, compassion, and gratitude, doors open naturally. Unexpected opportunities, meaningful connections, and even material resources appear right on time to help you go further. Abundance is no longer elusive. It becomes a steady current flowing into your life because you are walking in alignment. You are being empowered to step into this new season with confidence and trust. No longer bound by outdated beliefs, no longer questioning your worth. The flame within you, once dimmed by noise and pressure, is now burning again, brighter, deeper, and ready to illuminate the world around you. The true calling within you touches a part that has long been asleep, drawing you back to the path meant only for your soul. This rebirth is profound and personal. It revives dreams once abandoned, rekindles passions once buried beneath fear and doubt. You will rediscover your unique gifts, the passions that make your contribution irreplaceable. Along this journey, ancient barriers, fear, hesitation, the shadows of failure will begin to crumble, allowing you to step forward as the person you were born to be. Restoring purpose is not just about reclaiming lost ideals. It heals the wounds of self-doubt, of outside judgment, and of past mistakes that left you spinning in pain. As you listen to your inner calling, you return to wholeness, where every part of you is acknowledged, embraced, and integrated. This inner renewal revives meaning, nourishes your spirit, and expands your heart, so you can live not just for yourself, but for something far greater. With purpose restored, your true energy awakens. Living with clarity of mind and renewed passion, you become a force not easily shaken. Through the way you live, with authenticity and courage, you become a source of inspiration, a living testament that fulfillment does not come from avoiding pain, but from answering the deepest call within your soul. The path of awakening is, of course, not easy. It is written with loss, with wounds that cut deep. Yet the promise of the divine is healing that goes beyond mere mending, a powerful rebirth for your soul and spirit. Healing is not just about overcoming the past, it is about stepping into a new version of yourself, brighter, more authentic, free from the weight of guilt, shame, and fear. Shattered trust is mended. You begin to feel your inherent worth. Compassion for yourself and for others awakens. With every step, you move forward with greater resilience and deeper peace. Renewal restores vision, rebuilds commitment to your mission, and breathes fresh hope and vitality into your journey. You will slowly come to see that challenges are not enemies but teachers, each thorn a chance to grow and transform. Healing is a sacred gift, a graceful rebirth preparing you for the next step in your inner calling. Let this process unfold, neither rushing it nor ignoring it, for with every step you become stronger, wiser, and more radiant. The gifts waiting for you to uncover are part of your divine design. They are not only for you, but for the good you will bring into the world. These sacred abilities are given to heal, to uplift, and to help build humanity. Whether your gift is spiritual healing, teaching wisdom, creating art, leading others, or simply offering compassion, every gift carries a unique mark, impossible to replicate. As you recognize and unlock them, your confidence will grow and your mission will come into sharper focus. But to reach that point, you must dare to face the unknown, to step beyond the safety of the familiar. Resistance from the outside or fear from within may appear as unexpected obstacles. Yet if you hold fast to your faith and keep moving forward, those gifts will begin to speak louder than ever before. When you embrace your sacred calling, you align yourself with something larger, a community of awakened souls, raising the vibration of the world together. Each person's unique light weaves into a greater symphony, a collective healing, renewal, and transformation spreading across the earth, driving progress and shared growth. No one is meant to walk this path alone. As you begin to live true to your mission, the universe draws allies toward you, mentors, companions, supporters, helping you carry out your purpose. These connections bring deep understanding, timely encouragement, and practical strength. They become safe harbors, guiding you through challenges and expanding your impact. These people may appear from places you least expect, a stranger on social media, a community event, or in a quiet moment when intuition whispers the way. Each encounter holds the potential to teach you, broaden your perspective, and nourish your soul. Connection is not only external support, it is medicine for the heart, reminding you that you are part of something bigger, that your mission is not yours to carry alone, and that you are never truly walking this path by yourself. Along the way, it is vital to discern which relationships move you forward and which ones only sow doubt. Will you recognize the right connections when they come? Breakthroughs often arrive when every door seems shut, when hope feels dim. That is when the divine often intervenes in secret. It may come as a new opportunity, an unexpected partnership, or advice from a stranger delivered at exactly the right moment. For the chosen ones, these moments become gateways to possibilities beyond old boundaries, leaving behind limitations once thought unbreakable. What seemed like chance turns out to be providence, opening the way for greater influence, for the work in your heart to reach farther than you ever imagined. These rare turning points come only when you have enough faith and the courage to act boldly. Often, after long nights of preparation, after weathering inner storms, the breakthrough arrives as a reward for persistence. And when the doors open, do not hesitate. Step through them with the confidence that you are being guided by a power far greater than yourself. The small signs, the moments when your heart stirs as if being prompted, are proof that you are walking a greater path. Every time you overcome a limitation, it affirms that you are moving toward a profound transformation, a life of meaning, impact, and renewal. When you embrace your sacred mission, your influence naturally expands, not through force or control, but by becoming a guiding torch, inspiring others and igniting hope. Your truth, courage, and clarity will draw those seeking light in times of uncertainty. As your influence grows, so does your responsibility. Your words, actions, and the energy you carry shape not only your destiny, but also the lives of those around you. This is the moment to lead with integrity, compassion, and wisdom, for only these values can build lasting change. Your impact will reach beyond your inner circle, touching communities, fueling movements, and even shaping nations. You become part of a collective force reshaping culture and spirituality. Your awakening sparks awakening in others, multiplying the impact exponentially. As your influence grows, remain humble and grateful. True leadership is service, not domination. The inner light within you can guide those who are lost. Shine by living authentically with unwavering resolve. Challenges and temptations will arise, but your spiritual strength will become the unshakable foundation on which you stand. This strength is built daily through meditation, prayer, love, and small yet consistent acts of faith. Inner strength does not shield you from trials. It equips you to face them with courage and grace. Knowing when to pause to replenish, when to grant yourself rest, that too is part of true strength. When your soul is well nourished, you become a refuge for yourself and for others. Amid the storms of the world, your spiritual strength is a sanctuary. It not only protects the mission you carry, but also becomes a guiding light for those who follow. As awareness expands, you see yourself, others, and the universe with new eyes. Eyes that do more than understand. They empathize and deeply connect. This deeper awareness opens another realm of understanding, where compassion and insight lead you to live with greater clarity of purpose. As your spiritual sight awakens, outward appearances lose their allure. You begin to see the interconnectedness of all things and all people. The obsessions with comparison, judgment, and fear fade, replaced by compassion and a sense of oneness. This awareness reveals the unseen principles, the subtle truths guiding your spiritual journey. The evolution of awareness never stops. Every lesson, every thorn, every experience deepens your wisdom, expands your capacity to lead, and strengthens your heart of service. By living in alignment with your inner truth, you become a living testimony to the potential within every soul, the power to endure, to awaken, and to join together in a higher purpose. Welcome each step forward with humility and a seeking heart. As your awareness grows, so does the positive impact you create. You become a guiding flame, an enlightened leader, not to control, but to inspire, to bring hope in uncertain times. When the old order trembles and outdated structures collapse, you may question safety or direction. Yet there is a strong confirmation rising within. You are being guided. You are being protected. Those who awaken are covered by divine protection, an invisible shield helping you discern between right and wrong, between light and darkness. Sometimes it comes as intuition you cannot explain. Other times as the unexpected arrival of opportunities, companions, or timely counsel. In hindsight, you will see that you were carried through trials, preserved in moments that seemed impossible to endure. As your mission expands, so does your vision. The dreams you once held, the longings you thought were mere imaginings, now begin to manifest. When your soul, words and actions align with sacred purpose, the power to create real change according to divine law becomes undeniable. The universe does not only hear what you speak, it feels the frequency of your heart. This powerful manifestation requires clarity of purpose. You must ask yourself, what truly drives me? If your actions flow from service greater than yourself, every event and circumstance begins to align in your favor. For when your heart beats in rhythm with truth, the universe responds, opening doors once thought closed. This moment is an invitation to dream bigger and act with steady resolve. Envision the dream within your heart, speak it forth, and walk in partnership with divine power. Every thought, word, and action you take is not only shaping your personal reality, but helping build a new world. You are living to leave an eternal imprint, not only on today, but on the future, where generations to come will benefit from the seeds you plant now.